What we typically understand of, I would say, of sleep, I think can be plotted on a scale. And I'd say most of us are somewhere in the middle of this theoretical scale, which would be we sleep for 7 or 8 hours a night. Maybe we wake up once or twice, but maybe you only wake up once and you have a pretty reasonable night, sleep 7 or 8 hours. That's like normal for me. I guess lower than that, you would go down to broken sleep, where you wake up several times. I have heard, from friends of a similar age, they sometimes wake up several times in the night and they have what you call broken sleep. But they still sleep throughout the whole night, it's just they wake up several times. And I'd say the next level down from that would be where you sleep, maybe 4 or 5 hours, and then you can't get back to sleep. And even if you're tired, that's all you can manage, basically. And from down there, some people have what's termed as like standard insomnia. They go to sleep as normal, but they're only asleep for a short time, maybe a couple of hours, and then they wake up and they're completely awake and cannot go back to sleep. That seems to be the point where some people start needing sleeping pills to help them sleep. Otherwise they would just wake up after a couple of hours and never get the good sleep that they need. Down from that would be just in a rattled, agitated state where they can't even fall asleep without sleeping pills or something to calm them down. Down to a completely rattled, nervous state where they do actually sleep for short periods of time during the night, but it feels to them like they're awake all night. The mind stays awake and the body doesn't really rest. They don't feel like they've gone into REM sleep at all. They feel like they're just conscious all night. Even if the body has actually gone to sleep, they just can't relax at all. A very horrible state to experience, if you've ever experienced that. And I guess then, right down to the maybe the lowest, that sometimes people who go insane experience, where they just cannot sleep at all, and they will stay awake until it kills them, basically, because the heart just beats faster and faster and faster if they can never sleep. So without medication to knock them out and make them go to sleep, they would literally just go crazy and burn their body out. Heart goes crazy, the mind goes crazy, and that would be like a kind of hell. But going back up the scale to the middle again, what's the normal sleep, that tends to be, people just don't remember their dreams. And as far as they're concerned, they just don't dream. It's like, I sleep 7 or 8 hours a night normally, and I don't dream. They do dream, they just don't remember it. They do go into REM sleep at some point, but it's like, usually takes them several hours to calm down into the state where they get into REM sleep. Then, of course, when they come out of it, for whatever reason, they wake up and they just don't remember. Then you sort of go upscale from there to a point where, when you wake up, you do remember that you were dreaming, but you can't remember what the dream was. You feel like, if I could just remember it, I'm close. And then upscale from there to actually remembering what you were dreaming about. Maybe only in parts, but you do remember bits of the dreams you had. And then you go upscale from there to remembering the dreams very, very clearly. And then, from upscale to there, is where, while you're actually dreaming, you become aware of it. And although you have no control over the dream, more like a movie you're watching, you have maybe some say in what's going on. Then you wake up, you fully remember it, but it was out of your hands, the experience. Then you go upscale from there to a dream where you are not only conscious that you're dreaming, but you can control and you can interact with the dream and perform actions and go places and do things and do specific things and have certain freedom within the limitations of the dream itself. And then you get into the realm of lucid dreaming, where up from there you can decide what you're dreaming, you can control what you see, go to exactly where you want, build environments around you and people and events, and as wild as your imagination can get, you can construct everything exactly the way you want it and interact with it fully. That would be full lucid dreaming. Now, for a long time I thought that's as high as it goes, right? But there seems to be, from what I can gather from my own experiences, a higher state than that, where you come out of your body when you're asleep and you are, how can I explain it? Yeah, you're in the room while your body's asleep, and you can hear and see everything that's going on in the room. Almost like people, when they talk about an out-of-body experience after an accident or a hospital operation, and they feel like they're having an out-of-body experience. Only this is one when you're actually asleep. Your body's asleep and you're out of your body. Now, in my teens, I was able to listen to the radio. I put the radio on and I could I could have a sleep. Usually I did this in the afternoon. I'd come from the radio on in the middle of the night, it would have woke up the rest of the house. Well, sometimes if I had to sleep in the afternoon, I would be able to listen to the radio, listen to the pop songs while I was sleeping, and I could hear the music in my dreams. And apparently some people, when their body's asleep, they go wandering. They're free to roam around and go as far from their body as they want, and they can go off and explore, and that sounds really quite wonderful. I can't recall having experienced that one exactly. That does sound very interesting to me, and something a state I would like to be in full time. That does sound like fun. So anyway, that's what I know of. If there are higher and better states than that, maybe somebody could tell me about them. Certainly, I'm always interested to hear about these different states of consciousness that we experience with dreams and sleep. Hi everyone, my name is Neil Carpenter. I am the computer games developer who made Lord Temin's Fortress. You can see the description below. If you like this video, please subscribe or like. Thank you. Have a great day.